There's a moment every futures trader recognizes. Not the rush of a perfect entry, not the relief of a clean exit, but the moment the platform hesitates. It's subtle, a ladder that stops breathing, a candle that updates like it's late to its own appointment, a half-second delay that most people wouldn't notice, but a futures trader does. And when that moment arrives, instinct fires before logic. Something is wrong. This story begins on a morning that looked ordinary. No breaking headlines, no warning banners, no scheduled chaos. Just another quiet session opening. The trader had been awake for hours already. That part was routine. Futures traders don't wake up at the bell. They wake up before it. They wake up while overnight structure is still forming, while liquidity is still deciding where it wants to sit. He traded intraday futures professionally. Not casually, not emotionally. He wasn't a reckless scalper chasing ticks, but he used scalper precision. He wasn't a swing trader either. He lived in the narrow middle ground where structure matters and timing matters just as much. Small stops, defined invalidation, clean logic. And like many modern futures traders, he wasn't trading one account. He was copy trading. Multiple funded accounts, mirrored entries, mirrored exits. One decision multiplied across scale. This wasn't greed, it was standard practice. Scale is how futures traders make the math work. One good trade isn't just one trade. It's the same trade repeated across accounts, all governed by the same rules, the same daily loss limits, the same invisible tripwires. That detail would matter later. On his screens, the market opened calmly. Price rotated near a key zone. No aggressive order flow, no sudden imbalance. The kind of session that rewards patience. He marked his levels and waited. The setup that came wasn't exciting. That's why he trusted it. A controlled pullback into prior value. Volume tapering. A rejection exactly where it should be. No rush, no drama. He waited for confirmation. Then he entered. The fill came clean. No slippage. No delay, across every account. For a few seconds, everything looked perfect. Then the DOM stalled. Not frozen, just slow. At first he didn't react. DOMs lag sometimes, platforms hiccup. But then the candles stopped updating smoothly. They didn't freeze, they delayed. The platform still said connected. That detail matters because a disconnect is obvious. A delay is lethal. He watched price hesitate on his screen. It shouldn't have been hesitating. His instincts tightened. The ladder updated in chunks, orders jumped instead of flowed. He tried to adjust his stop. The click registered. The intent was acknowledged, but the order didn't move. He clicked again. Nothing. The order panel showed the phrase futures traders dread, pending submit. That phrase doesn't sound dangerous until you've lived it. He tried flattening. The button pressed, the interface reacted. The system didn't. Across all linked accounts, he wasn't disconnected and he was delayed. And when you're copy trading, delay doesn't happen once. It happens everywhere. Price began moving faster than his screen could show. He could feel it, the separation between reality and display. The next update came in a jump. His position was now far past where his stop should have triggered, on every account. He tried again to exit. Pending, pending, pending. This wasn't trading anymore. This was exposure at scale. Another update hit. Another jump. Losses expanded in steps, not smoothly like the system was catching up in painful bursts. And this is where the damage multiplied. Some accounts crossed drawdown thresholds. Some brushed daily loss limits. Some were one update away from termination. He wasn't watching one trade fail. He was watching an entire portfolio unravel. The platform finally snapped forward. Candles printed, the ladder refreshed. Positions closed. Not at the planned stop. Not at visible prices. But far beyond them. Across every account. The P&L numbers appeared like receipts for something he never agreed to buy. And then the market continued moving normally. Like nothing had happened. He sat still, not angry, not panicked, quiet. He opened execution reports, checked timestamps, compared fills to what he had actually seen. The numbers didn't line up. Prices referenced levels that never appeared on his chart in real time. And now there was a second problem. Several accounts had breached daily loss limits, which meant they weren't just down. They were gone. Terminated, failed, closed. Some of those accounts had been close to profit targets. One was a single green trade away. Another was in its final evaluation phase. Weeks of discipline erased by a freeze. He contacted support immediately. The response was polite, neutral, familiar. They were reviewing logs, and he sent everything: screenshots, reports, the moments where the ladder stalled, the pending orders. Support replied hours later. According to their data, execution was correct. That sentence landed heavier than the loss, because it meant the system would not acknowledge what he experienced. While he waited, the community began talking. Other traders reported the same thing: DOM freezes, delayed candles, orders stuck. Some lost small amounts. Others lost entire portfolios in minutes. One trader said he was $300 from payout when the freeze hit. Another said he lost 8 accounts in one click. Another said his stops never triggered on any account. And when the system caught up, the losses had already breached limits. Different traders, same story. The worst part was how quiet it all was. No banners, no alerts, no public acknowledgement. Just individual traders absorbing losses that didn't belong to their decision-making. Support closed cases with the same phrasing. According to logs, everything executed normally. And that is where the real damage set in. Not financial, psychological. Because futures traders can accept loss when it's earned. They struggle when loss feels manufactured. He tried trading again days later. Good setups appeared. Clean structure, familiar patterns. But something had changed. Every slight lag made his attention spike. Every micro delay felt dangerous. The screen no longer felt like a window. It felt like a filter. He realized something uncomfortable. In futures trading, risk isn't just volatility, it's infrastructure. And infrastructure risk scales faster than most traders realize. One account can absorb a mistake. 10 accounts amplify it. A freeze doesn't care how disciplined you are. He adjusted, reduced size, avoided periods of heavy load, watched the ladder more than the chart. But he knew none of it was a guarantee, because the hardest thing to rebuild wasn't capital. It was trust. Trust that when he clicked, the click meant something. Trust that when he placed a stop, it existed where he placed it. Trust that the screen reflected reality. The lesson wasn't that futures trading is unfair. Futures trading is what it is. It rewards discipline and punishes mistakes. The lesson was deeper. Modern futures trading magnifies risk through scale, speed, and systems traders don't control. And when those systems fail, they fail quietly, one trader at a time. Here's the tonic. In futures, a trader doesn't just trade price. A trader trades technology. A trader trades routing. A trader trades execution engines and data feeds that sit between intent and outcome. And sometimes the thing that costs the most has nothing to do with reading the market wrong. Sometimes a trader doesn't lose because the trade idea failed. Sometimes a trader loses because the bridge to the market breaks. And it breaks across every account at once. Real events, real consequences, real lessons. This is Market Tonic.